You have received your portal confirmation email, which is also known as the P1 email from IRCC. You're trying to understand what this means and what the next steps are, and can throughout this process you can travel outside of Canada or not. This is what we're going to talk about in this video. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Dhruv. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. At our firm Effizient, we assist all prospective immigrants with their immigration procedures to Canada. If you are an aspirant, if you need assistance, here is our contact information. Feel free to contact us and we would be happy to help you. If you would like to chat with me personally, the link to book an appointment with me is in the description of the video. I would be happy to chat with you. Now, talking about the portal confirmation process, what this process is, how to go about it, and what you need to be careful about while you go through this process. Before we go through the details of all these scenarios, let's quickly answer the comment of the video. The comment is very much related to today's video, and the question is, can I change my address in Portal 2? Well, at the time you receive Portal 2, at that time you have to declare your present address and you have to declare that you are present in Canada. The address that you declare at that time in Portal 2 is the address where your PR card will be delivered to you, and that should be your current address. If that address has changed since you submitted the application, that's totally fine. Make sure the current address that you submit is up to date and is current. I hope this helps. Alright guys, so coming back to the PR confirmation process. The PR confirmation process has three stages. Number one stage is the P1 email. You will receive this Portal 1 email. This is what it looks like, in which IRCC will ask you about certain questions with regards to your name, email, UCI number, your current presence in Canada, whether you are currently in Canada. If you are not in Canada, they'll ask you about your intended date of return. Similarly, you'll have to provide all this information. If you have a dependent in your application, you have to provide all this information for your dependent as well. Now, to this P1 email, the Portal 1 email, you have to respond to IRCC with the information that has been requested in that letter. You'll frame an email with all that information and hit reply to the same email from which you received the first Portal 1 letter. With this done, then you wait for further action from IRCC. Now, after you have responded to the Portal 1, IRCC will get back to you. Could take a day or a couple of days for them to send you your credentials to the PR confirmation portal. So this is the PR portal on which they will create a case and account for you, from where you will log in and you will go through the steps for Portal 2 or the PR confirmation portal. Now, in that email, IRCC will give you the login ID and the password you need to log into the PR confirmation portal. You'll use your email address as the login ID, and you will use the password that they gave you. You'll log into the portal, and in this portal is where you have to declare your presence in Canada, provide your address in Canada, and you have to upload a photograph that would go on your permanent resident card. Now, with your Portal 2 process, after you have completed all of this, you've provided your address, you've provided your declaration that you're in Canada, and you have provided your photograph, and you've submitted your information, then the application goes to the third phase, which is the issuance of COPR. This is a bureaucratic step where the immigration officer now is going to look at your declaration and finally sign your COPR and give that to you. The COPR will appear in the same portal. It will show up as your final confirmation of permanent residence, and the day you receive that COPR, that's when you have officially become a permanent resident of Canada. Up until that day, you are still a temporary resident, so you are not a permanent resident yet. So please be mindful of that. Now, a lot of folks have questions. What if we need to travel during this time? Are we stuck in Canada while our COPR is being issued, or can we travel? Now, guys, last year the COPR issuance was taking months, 2 to 3 months. This year we have seen that it is a lot faster. The cases are being processed at a quicker pace and COPRs are being issued. However, by no means during this process you need to be in Canada. You need to be in Canada when you make the declaration about your presence in Canada. But then following that, if you need to travel, you are free to travel. Just be mindful that while you're traveling, if your COPR is issued while you're outside Canada, you may not be able to travel back to Canada right away. You may need to apply for a permanent resident travel document, or you may need to wait for your PR card to be issued, or some way or the other, your travels may be impacted. However, traveling during this time after you've made your declaration is totally okay. Now, once you receive your COPR, IRCC starts the process of issuance of your PR card after that. The PR card, you don't need to make a separate application for it. It is automatically generated and sent to the address that you declared. And this could take around 2 to 6 weeks if you're lucky, and if you're unlucky, it could take more than that. But that is the ballpark in which IRCC would send you your PR card. And once you have your PR card, you can use that to travel, and all your issues are resolved at that point. That's it for this video, guys. In summary, we have talked about the portal process, the P1 email, the P2 portal declaration, and the final issuance of COPR followed by your PR card. Be mindful that you can travel during this process. You just have to be in Canada when you declare that you're inside Canada. But just be mindful that if your COPR is issued while you're outside Canada, you may need to do extra steps. You may have issues returning back to Canada. However, traveling will not render you ineligible for PR or impact your PR application. I hope this video was helpful, guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you are notified about any new video that we upload. Again, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you think this video will help any of your friends or relatives or anyone else you know, don't forget to share it with them. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.